See you. Wake up and rise, open your eyes. It's breakfast with the Thomases, the ultimate prize. Mental Wellness Monday, work it out Wednesday, pay it forward Friday, we'll season the day. Digital finance, unlearning a love, serving food to what those two, rising as a read and it, Eastern on P2G TV. Breakfast with the Thomases, come eat with me.
Ow. Grand Rising.
Ow. You in pain? Oh, okay.
That's not funny. That's not funny. How y'all doing, everybody? Grand Rising. Welcome to Breakfast with the Thomases. We are here
Yes.
for our Pay It Forward Friday. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping.
Oh, yeah. Today, thank you, guys. Welcome. I'm Alvin Thomas, a Gold Banker, coming to you live on Gram at a Time, and we have something for you to watch today. And I want you guys to go deep into the thought process of it. There's a lot of things going on. And things aren't being said, honestly. Things aren't being said. It's being washed under the carpet. So
swept under the carpet mostly.
Not swept, swept under the carpet. Thank you. So we're going to play this video. And, you know, one of the things I want you to get is this is how it occurred. And this happened in Weimar, Germany. Many years. This is the first time when the dollar became, their marks went out of service, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to run the video when Ruby brings it up to the top of the platform. Let me know when we can do so. And I want you guys to.
You should be good.
Okay. I want you guys, and just pay attention. Here we go. It didn't hit. I hate when that happens. Give me 1 second. I'm find a math issue.
Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, take your phone, open the news. The first headline, emergency address by the President of the United States at 3:00 at night. The second, the dollar collapsed by 40% overnight. And the third, banks are closed until further notice. This is not science fiction. This is a scenario that experts consider possible. And today we will live through it minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. Welcome to the collapse of the dollar, the most terrifying economic catastrophe in the history of humanity. So what exactly triggers the collapse? There can be many triggers. Perhaps China announces a massive sale of United States Treasury bonds worth $1 trillion. Or Saudi Arabia switches to the yuan for selling oil. Or the Federal Reserve announces emergency printing of another $5 trillion, or a major bank like Bank of America suddenly goes bankrupt. The details do not matter. What matters is that trust in the dollar breaks instantly. Hour zero, trigger, 3:00 at night Eastern Time. The news hits the Bloomberg terminal. Professional traders in Asia see it first. The Tokyo Exchange is still operating. The reaction is immediate. Massive selling of dollar-denominated assets. The dollar index DXY falls by 15% in the first 30 minutes. This is unprecedented. Normally, the dollar moves by 0.5 to 1% per day. 15% is a catastrophe. Gold soars from $2,000 to $3,500 per ounce. Bitcoin rises from $30,000 to $80,000. Everyone flees from the dollar into any assets at all. Hours 1 to 3. European panic, 4:00 to 6:00 in the morning. Europe wakes up. London, Frankfurt, Zurich see chaos. European banks that hold trillions in dollar assets begin to suffer losses. Deutsche Bank, which is already on the brink, announces a suspension of trading. Swiss banks introduce limits on dollar withdrawals. Panic spreads to the euro. Investors do not know which currency will be next. Futures on United States stocks, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, collapse by 20%. Automatic trading halts, circuit breakers are triggered. But this does not help. Sell orders continue to accumulate. Hours 4 to 8. America wakes up, 7:00 to 11:00 in the morning. The east coast of the United States gets up. People check their phones. Shock. The president urgently appears on television. Remain calm. The situation is under control. Banks will open at the usual time. But panic has already begun. People run to the banks, lines at ATMs. Everyone wants to withdraw cash while it is still worth something. The problem is that banks operate on fractional reserve banking. They actually have only 10% of deposits in cash. If 20% of clients want to withdraw money at the same time, the bank is bankrupt. By 10 o'clock in the morning, most ATMs are emptied. Banks introduce limits, a maximum of $500 withdrawal per day. People storm bank branches. Fights begin in the lines. Hours 9 to 12, United States trading session, 9:30 to 12:30. The New York Stock Exchange opens or tries to open. In the first minute, the S&P 500 falls by 12%. An automatic halt for 15 minutes follows. The exchange resumes trading. Another minus 10% occurs in 5 minutes. A second halt follows. By lunchtime, regulators make a decision to close the exchanges until the end of the day, citing technical problems. This is a lie. This is an attempt to stop the panic. But the closure of exchanges makes everything worse. Now no one can sell assets. Money is frozen. Panic doubles. Hours 13 to 18. Banking collapse. Noon to 6 o'clock in the evening. The Federal Reserve holds an emergency meeting. They announce that the interest rate is raised from 5% to 15% as an attempt to defend the dollar. They also announce emergency lending to banks in the amount of $2 trillion and issue a call for calm. This does not work. Raising the rate to 15% kills the economy. Every person with a mortgage and every company with a loan suddenly goes bankrupt. By the evening of the first day, 3 large regional banks announce bankruptcy. The government declares bank holidays, meaning all banks are closed for an indefinite period. ATMs no longer work. Access to accounts is blocked. People are in panic. They have money in their accounts, but they cannot get it. Hours 19 to 24, chaos on the streets, evening and night. Stores are stormed. People buy everything: food, water, batteries, generators. Credit cards still work, but not everywhere. Many stores switch to cash only. The problem is that no one has cash. Banks are closed. People begin exchanging dollars for anything at all. Someone offers dollars for food, but no one wants dollars. The currency loses value before their eyes. Prices soar. Gasoline goes from $3.50 to $15 per gallon. Bread goes from $3 to $20. This is the beginning of hyperinflation. By the end of the first day, the dollar has lost 40 to 50% of its value. Banks are closed. Exchanges are closed. Stores are being emptied. Streets are full of people in panic. Police impose curfews in major cities. The first night of the collapse. America does not sleep. The world does not sleep. Everyone is watching the news, refreshing their phones, trying to understand what comes next. The sun rises on the second day. But this is already a different America. Day 2, the abyss deepens. The government declares a state of emergency. The president signs a decree on capital controls. Withdrawals of more than $10,000 from the country are prohibited. Too late. The wealthy already moved their money the day before. Banks remain closed, officially, for 3 days. But everyone understands it may be longer. Cyprus in 2013, Greece in 2015. There, banks were closed for weeks. The Federal Reserve announces the printing of another $10 trillion to stabilize the system. This is like putting out a fire with gasoline. Every new trillion makes the dollar weaker. International reaction follows. China announces that it no longer accepts dollars for trade. Only yuan, euros, or gold. Saudi Arabia follows China. Oil is now sold only for yuan or gold. The European Union introduces restrictions on dollar transactions. The dollar loses its status as the world reserve currency. In one day, what was built over 80 years after Bretton Woods collapses in 48 hours. Day 3, social collapse begins. Stores close, not because there is no product, although shelves are emptying, but because owners do not know what price to set. Inflation is so fast that the price in the morning and in the evening differs by 2 times. Some stores switch to barter, bread for batteries, milk for gasoline. No one needs dollars. Gas stations close. Oil companies refuse to sell gasoline for dollars. They want gold, silver, euros, Bitcoin, anything but dollars. Without gasoline, transport stops. Trucks do not deliver food to cities. Shortages begin. Violence intensifies. Looting of stores becomes widespread. The police cannot cope. In some cities, martial law is introduced. The National Guard patrols the streets. Armed people form groups to defend their neighborhoods. This is the beginning of the breakdown of social order. Day 4 to day 5, the government loses control. Banks partially reopen. But the limits are draconian: $200 withdrawal per week per person. Lines stretch for kilometers. Fights, stampedes. Several people die in stampedes in New York and Los Angeles. Pensioners are in panic. Their pensions are in accounts. They cannot withdraw more than $200. This is not enough for food for a week at the new prices. Companies go bankrupt en masse. Salaries are not paid. People stop going to work. Why, if you are paid in depreciating dollars? Unemployment jumps from 4% to 30% in 1 week. Internet and communications. Rumors spread instantly. A half are fake. The government will confiscate gold. So far false, but the fear is real. Banks will never reopen. Possibly true. China will invade. Paranoia. Social networks are filled with videos of fights, looting, and empty store shelves. This amplifies panic. Day 6 to day 7. A new reality. By the end of the week, people begin to adapt. A new economy forms. A black market appears. Dollars trade at a 70% discount. $100 can be exchanged for $30 in gold or goods. People who have physical assets, food, fuel, tools become wealthy. Barter networks emerge. People exchange directly. A farmer trades eggs for gasoline. A mechanic repairs a generator for a sack of rice. Alternative currencies appear. In some areas, silver coins begin to be used. Cryptocurrencies are used where there is internet. Gold jewelry becomes a means of payment. Migration begins. The smart ones flee cities for rural areas. In a city without money, electricity, and food deliveries, you will die. In the countryside, you can grow food. There are wells and wood stoves. Highways are clogged with cars. Many cars are abandoned. Gasoline has run out. Families walk on foot with backpacks. International consequences by the end of the week become clear. The global economy is in shock. The United States imported $3 trillion per year. Now, dollars are not accepted. Imports are stopped. There's no Chinese electronics, no Mexican vegetables, no Middle Eastern oil. The rest of the world also suffers. Trillions of dollars in central bank reserves have depreciated. Japan held $1 trillion in treasury bonds. Now they are worth pennies. Europe, China, and Japan enter recession. But at least they have their own currencies. America has only the dollar, and it is dying. A month has passed. America is unrecognizable. Week 2 to week 3, stabilization of chaos. The government tries to take control. Draconian measures are announced. A new currency is introduced. The new dollar is announced. The exchange rate is 100 old dollars equal 1 new dollar. This is called redenomination. It is an attempt to reset inflationary expectations. The problem is that no one believes in the new dollar. It is the same people, the same system. Why should the new money be any better? Price controls are introduced. The government announces maximum prices for essential goods. Bread is no more than $5. Gasoline is no more than $10. This is a catastrophe. Economics 101. Price controls create shortages. Stores do not sell at the government price because it means losses. Goods move to the black market, where prices are 10 times higher. Gold confiscation is announced. Following the example of 1933, the government declares that citizens are obliged to hand over gold to the state at a fixed price. Punishment for disobedience is prison. No one complies. Gold is hidden, buried, smuggled out. This creates a criminal class out of ordinary people. Social structure changes. Society splits into classes. The new rich are those who held gold, silver, or Bitcoin. Farmers, because food equals power. People with skills such as mechanics, doctors, and builders. Owners of generators and solar panels. The former middle class is now poor. Their savings in dollars have evaporated. Pensions have been devalued. Homes with mortgages are taken by banks, which are themselves bankrupt. But that is another story. The desperate are people without skills, without assets, without connections. They starve. Some become criminals, others beg. Week 4, the state versus the people. Tension grows. People blame the government. Protests erupt in Washington, New York, and Los Angeles. Some are peaceful, some turn into riots. The government responds with force. Curfews are tightened. Soldiers shoot looters on the spot. Some states begin to talk about secession. Texas is especially loud. We have oil, gas, and cattle. Why do we need Washington? This is the beginning of political fragmentation. The international picture, after 1 month, the world has split into blocks. The BRICS plus bloc, China, Russia, India, and Saudi Arabia, has created a new trade system based on gold and the UN. They trade with each other, ignoring the West. The European bloc survives. The euro is weakened but alive. The European Union introduces capital controls and restricts trade with the United States. Europe looks east, toward China. Latin America descends into chaos. The dollar was their reserve currency. Now national reserves have been devalued. Argentina and Venezuela sink deeper into crisis. Mexico closes the border with the United States. Too many refugees are trying to move in the opposite direction. United States allies, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, are in panic. The United States can no longer protect them militarily. China increases pressure on Taiwan. Japan urgently rearms. Korea looks north with fear. What happens to ordinary people after 1 month? Healthcare collapses. The medical system has failed. Hospitals demand payment upfront, in gold, silver, or services. No payment means no treatment. People with chronic illnesses, diabetes, and heart disease die without medication. Food shortages are severe. The government introduces a ration card system, like in the Soviet Union. Each family receives rations: bread, rice, canned food. This is enough for survival, but not for living. The black market thrives. Everything is available there, but prices are 100 times higher than before the collapse. Crime explodes by 500%. Robberies, assaults, murders. The police are overwhelmed and demoralized. Their salaries have also been devalued. People arm themselves and defend themselves on their own. Families fall apart. Stress, poverty, violence. Divorce is impossible because the court system is overloaded. People simply separate. Children suffer the most. The psychological state of society. The first week is shock. The second week is panic. The third week is anger. The fourth week is despair. Suicides increase by 300%. People lose meaning. Everything they worked for, home, car, savings, has evaporated. Why live? But some adapt. They find new communities, new purposes. Survival itself becomes the goal. And what comes next, beyond 1 month? Experts predict several scenarios. Scenario 1 is slow recovery over 10 to 20 years. The government eventually stabilizes the new currency. The economy begins to grow from the ashes. But the United States will never again be a superpower. This is a new Argentina, a country with potential but broken. Scenario 2 is the breakup of the United States. States secede. Texas becomes independent, California as well. 3 to 5 new countries appear in place of the United States. Civil war is possible. Scenario 3 is dictatorship. In chaos, a strong figure takes power, promises order, establishes an authoritarian regime. Freedoms disappear, but streets become safer. People accept the bargain. Scenario 4 is external intervention. China or the United Nations offer humanitarian aid, but at a price, political influence. The United States becomes dependent on external assistance, the end of sovereignty. Conclusion. The collapse of the dollar is not just an economic catastrophe. It is the end of the world as we know it. The first 24 hours are panic and bank runs. The first week is social chaos and the breakdown of order. The first month is a new brutal reality. Could this have been prevented? Yes. Responsible fiscal policy, debt control, a strong economy. But this did not happen. Decades of money printing, debt accumulation, and living beyond means led to this. The question is not, can this happen? The question is when? Maybe in 1 year, maybe in 10 years. But if the trajectory does not change, it is inevitable. So what should be done? Diversify. Do not keep all your eggs in the dollar basket. Gold, silver, other currencies, Bitcoin, skills, land. Prepare. A food supply for 3 to 6 months. Water, a generator, medications. Sounds like paranoia. Ask the residents of Venezuela, Zimbabwe, or the Weimar Republic. Learn. Skills are worth more than money in a crisis. Can you fix cars, grow food, treat people? You will survive. The collapse of the dollar is not the end of the world. It is the end of
All right, Mr. Thomas, you want to bring us back?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to say something. You know that, right? You dropped it at the last, like the last question. It's the end of what? Dang, y'all, I was watching that too. It's the end of, and it just stopped. Man, yo, it's like, look, Grand Rising, everybody, straight up. I know y'all like, they ain't start my Friday morning with no damn doom and gloom. I know that, right? Don't worry about it. That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what this is.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't have to start your Friday. Did anybody get the notice that the United States, as of last week, declared insolvency? Oh, by the way, that's like Chapter 11. Not even Chapter 11. That's more like bankruptcy.
That's pretty much.
You gotta get this. It's not Chapter 11 where you reorganize, and that's we ain't got no damn money, and I need to get relieved of the debt because we gotta start from scratch. And it takes a while to re-come back. That's a country, y'all.
That's a whole country.
That's the United States of America country. I'm sorry, not country, corporation.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were saying. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Because pieces of land don't have an option. Y'all get that? Let me try to break this down for you. A piece of land can't declare a damn thing. Only a business entity can.
Yep. So wait a minute. We've been living in a business, not a country.
Oh my God. What? You didn't know? Yo, you didn't know that.
Let's have some real conversation around there.
Grand Rising with Breakfast with the Thomases. You about to hit reality.
Yes. Grand
How
Rising,
does
everybody.
a country declare insolvency? It cannot, unless it is a corporation, a business entity. So just like a business structure, you got a president, a vice president, a secretary, all them folks that handle your finances.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. And you've got lots of salespeople. We call them politicians. Either way, you got the salespeople on this side. It's like Coke and Pepsi. They ain't one company, but we see it two different ways. And they've been playing you ever since with the same damn ingredients.
Oh, that's
my question is, as this is all going on in their game, are you ready in your household? So we gonna have a come to Jesus family talk, or whoever you believe in. I don't care if it's Muhammad. I don't care if it's Walala. Whatever the hell you believe, it's time to know that you are safe in this space. So Grand Rising, welcome to Breakfast with the Thomases. This is Pay It Forward Friday. Let's go.
Oh man, so let's get into it. Let's start up. When I came up with it, I watched this and I said, wait a minute, people don't even realize this. People they're playing for keeps.
Who's they? There is no they.
The corporation is playing for
keeps.
They
are not, though they don't exist. Y'all don't get that? There is no they. There's no them. There's no, and I think y'all keep forgetting this. The family out here.
I'm trying to have explain it.
There is no way to explain it if you keep tossing in an invisible foe.
They're not invisible. They're actually there.
Okay, cool, Al. Okay. Who's the they? Please share with me who they is, because the minute you get a they, you have no power.
Okay, let's rephrase this so it makes
I don't look. I'm gonna be honest. Mr. Thomas and I don't agree to certain things. That's why we live different lifestyles in the same house. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't have an antagonist.
You don't have a what?
I don't have an antagonist. There is no one that is the devil in my life. I keep telling everybody, I ain't got an enemy. They don't count. There is no they that counts in my life, because all that matters and I get out of this life is what the hell I do.
We agree on that portion.
Somebody to blame for this.
Oh no, this isn't about blame. This is what's going on this is actually what's going on in the structure. There is no blame. This is just what happened. The country is insolvent. The corporation is insolvent. People have money tied up in bank accounts, retirement accounts, 401k, hedge funds, and people don't know what's going to happen next.
Like that's real money. They still teaching people how.
Yes, they're teaching it like it's money.
People how to save.
It's being explained as you have access. You don't have access when you don't have it in your hand. You don't have access if it ain't in your hand.
So what does this mean? So you got a lot of information on different levels. So when it comes out of your mouth, it sounds common, but the problem is that's what the problem is in the first place. We were taught to think there's always a foe, like America, the superhero, like Superman and all of that. There's a Clark Kent, and then don't forget, you gotta have a Lex Luthor. I need you guys to stop that. I need us to have, this is real family conversation. No DC. It is time to put the old thinking, all the nonsense down. There's new skill sets you have to get in your household.
Yep.
Get out for the world. In your household. You need to be doing business internationally from your computer, from
your phone, wherever you have internet.
You understand me? This has to start becoming smart. And you've got to become smarter. Because this is the thing that's going to get you access until it can't. Because you don't know how to do it. Now, why am I upset like this? I'm upset because we had choices. We've had choices. Guys, I don't understand why there's not like 100,000 people on this type of stream where ain't nobody telling you this on the news. The United States.gov just declared insolvency. If your job declared insolvency, what the hell does that mean? And if you don't,
you ain't getting a paycheck.
Thank you. The place that makes sure that you and I live comfortably, like our spoiled asses are considered around the world, just went broke. And sorry, they've been broke for a while, but they finally declared it. Do you know what that means? When they've been hiding this story for decades. They've been down. They can't even, there is no, when I say they, the people who have this power to do this with this money. I'm not talking about people that got something against you, because we get to the they, them of your life and you lose power. I am not here to strip you of your power. I'm here to teach you what you really have. I'm here to tell you that if you ain't telling a friend and telling a friend about what's in their house already, I ain't selling you nothing. What's at home, what you can do, then you too are responsible for the havoc that's going to be reaped shortly in your life. My dear, I've been doing this for over 8 years. This understanding of what the United States really is, I only opened my eyes 8 years ago, and since that been sounding the bell. Not only sounding the bell, but learning how and teaching people how to build skills in this next space. That's everything from growing things, because we got people who are amazing at stocking, storing, putting things together. I mean, literally building stuff from scratch. All this feely, touchy stuff you want to do, and all the AI skills ain't gonna keep you safe when on them streets, people coming for whatever you got.
Yep. And there's only going to be a few spin doctors out there. So if you think you are the spin doctor when you can write stuff and say stuff, it ain't you. You're not the one they're coming for. So
this social media is supposed to be used. You're supposed to utilize it. It's a tool. But most of us teach it. It's like mind candy. You sit there and you flip through it. I'm not going to lie. I am guilty. But I at least thank God am in a process of catching myself.
I want to,
go ahead.
I want to share something with the people. We keep using the word insolvency, and I want people to really get the understanding of what it is. We always say what it can be. So give me 1 second. I'm going to make sure I put something up here.
Mm-hmm.
Add to the stage. Let me stop this first.
Yeah, you might want to stop something because it will show up. Look, guys, y'all know a lot of folks are like, oh my goodness, they're trying to sell me something. I don't have to sell you your soul. It's your soul. Thing is, you all know you have no access. I'm trying to show you that there is a way now to get control of that. Now, we ain't doing it on here. Like they said, the revolution will not be televised.
No.
So don't think you're going to get the beginning and end and how it worked from here. You better bring your tail to the platform.
Yes.
I'm on 2 times a week in a free Zoom on Wednesdays and on Wednesday night and on Sunday night.
Yes.
You understand? I run a full class with study halls. You understand where I'm coming from? For the week. We are in full bloom of we're getting prepared for a big time event that my students have been 12 weeks learning how to manage this.
Putting the grind in.
Not only that, they got new skill sets to help businesses stay abreast in other countries. Because like you just saw, if you can connect to outside of your little domicile, which is the USA, build business, build contracts, you stuck with us. Those countries are sending the dollar home. The biggest fear America ever had was that the dollar would stop being used, because if it's not the currency of the world, guess what happens?
The children are coming home to roost.
Yeah, not only that, this country looks like all the third world countries we're sending people back home to. Yeah, you become where they ran to you and now they don't mind going home.
No, they're willing to go home.
It looks worse.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys get this, but America has not been the beautiful for a long time. It has always been upon you and me to make it what it is. But the question is what are you doing with your time? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all. And so just so that you guys know, I do membership. I don't do 1 class, 2 classes here. When you come see me, let me just make sure. Miss Deborah, thank you so much. God bless you. Welcome back to the platform. I want to just say y'all this. I have semesters. I don't have 1 class. We teach real foundation. We got a lot of people, they're going to show you how to do something. That's great. But my question is, they're going to show you how to maintain the rest of your life and build on that continuously? Are they going to show you how the digital terrain works? No, because they don't got time for y'all. They only got time to teach you the 1 skill they know how to do.
They know one and done.
My thing is, your life in this world is not a one-trick pony, and that does not work. So when a lot of people left, they left certain skills. They left with skills that were digital. And then those digital skills became more relevant. When you go in, you got to come out completely different. You can't just be, couple of quick tricks and that's it. You got to be able to learn how to learn in this world. That's not what a lot of these people are teaching. I run into a lot of folks, oh, I got a class. And I ask them, what's the foundation? My foundation is everything you see popping up, you're going to learn the foundation of how to use AI, metaverse. All of it. You'll have a portfolio by the time you leave with the finances to follow.
And one of the things that you got to realize when you're in the learning process, you got to have foundation. Even with your finance, we grew up in a place where they said save for tomorrow, save and that's it. Guess what? That's not the way it is anymore. It is, but it's now about the assets and what you can create with the assets. You have to put your ass. You have to put your. Excuse me. I want to use that. Don't say that.
Time, please do not cuss. I know it's about to come out. Y'all hear him?
You have to put assets on the line to create your lifestyle. One of the things that you're going to get if you come to the P2G DFL is your assets pay for your lifestyle. But what happens is it came from learning the basis. You have to get the basis down. Everyone wants to show me the quick way to get rich. Show me the way to get out of this problem. This isn't about a fix. This is a change of lifestyle. This is a change of how it gets done.
This isn't
and it's done for life.
Wealth is long term. Money is temporary and it's suggestive. So with that, I want to make sure you understand there are different types of assets. And when I say different types, I'm not just talking about money, gold, gold, crypto, and silver, stuff like that, and even land. My thing is those skills that you have. Y'all keep forgetting those are assets. Most of y'all aren't building relevant skills. Then on top of that, what have you been storing in your home? How have you been all of this that y'all are seeing and the dollar doing what it's doing, the fact that you go to the supermarket and you're paying like a $20, $30 bill
for 4 pieces.
More. I'm constantly looking for the store where I get the good quality and get for less price. Try to keep my budget straight. You know why? Because if I push more into that budget, where am I get the money from?
Mm-hmm.
Where do I get if your budget is the same from your job, where are you getting that extra $30, $50 to $100 to put into food, to pay for gas? Where's that $100 bill coming from? Your job ain't offering it for you.
You just heard him say gas is going to go to $15 a gallon.
Oh, well, you know what? That was an example. They didn't say.
I know that's a bit over, but
no. Just let's quote right, because those were not real situations.
Those aren't real.
You gotta realize that was a AI. What if that is not? This is happening in the world. Follow this information. We're telling you what is happening is the setup for that now. The setup for what you just saw in that video is taking place in your current life. You just don't notice, and you haven't noticed very much so that it has been it's accelerating. You know why I know it's accelerating? Because when I started this conversation and I started learning about this, we were talking about 10 more years from now. We were thinking, if it crashed, if the dollar crashed, it'll be at least, got to be at least 10 years. 8 years in, and we've already started to feel the effects of it.
That's crazy.
8 years, y'all. We already started to feel the effects in 2020, y'all. 6 years. That means it really started 2 years after I got started. Because it had already begun since 1970s. Only we kept papering it over with more money, making things feel good. So if you tear the Band-Aid off and then you go get some Neosporin or whatever, and you put it on. Let's go. Let's get a Band-Aid. Band-Aid looks like a dollar bill.
Look, bandages get weak after a while. You can't do it. You can't bandage everything your whole life away.
No, you can't.
And we've been doing that. The government has done it with finances. You've done it with your life. You've done it with your responsibilities.
Yeah.
Guess what? The bandage is soaking wet. It's sweat through already.
It ain't sweat. That's bleeding. You bleeding.
Bleeding. Don't go bleeding.
I'm trying to tell you that ain't sweat, baby. That's blood.
No, and there's currently blood in the water for everybody. You have to come up with your AI. I'm thinking AI. You have to come up with a solution that feeds you. One of the things that you got to realize that as a person, not as a people, as a person, what are you going to do for your life? What are you going to do to take care of things? What's going to happen when things get crazy? You know, I was sharing earlier, we're going to talk about what insolvency is. I want to share this with you real quick, just so you can get a clear definition of what that looks like. So I'm bring that to the stage, and I'm going to enlarge. I'm going to, I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're going to read the definition of what it is. Insolvency is a state of being unable to pay your debts when they are due, indicating that the person or company has liabilities that exceed their assets. There are two main types: cash flow insolvency, where there isn't enough assets, but not enough. There are enough assets, but not enough liquid funds to pay your debts, and balance sheet insolvencies, where the total liabilities exceed assets. So let's make that English. Let's make that real simple English. You work all week. We keep it. We normally keep it real simple. There's more months than there is paycheck. Okay. There is more months than there is paycheck going on. So you have to really take a look at what are you trimming in the fat. You have two choices. You either trim the fat or you just deal with what is. And normally you borrow from Peter to pay Paul. That's been going on for years, since the Bretton Woods thing. For those of you who don't know what Bretton Woods is the treaty that got passed that all trades will be done in the US dollar. And that will be the central currency for trade. Guess what? That's not happening anymore. We're insolvent. So people are pulling away. Countries are pulling away, not people. Countries are pulling away because they realize that they need to do something a little bit different, you know. But I don't want to talk about country. Let's talk about your home, your life. What are you going to do to make sure that you're in a position that you can actually take charge of what's going on? Look, we at P2G, we teach education. We share education. We show you how to take what you have and put it to work so that it becomes assets. And we do this every twice a week. Like Ruby said, we run a semester. And we have 2 free days every week that we share with people. Wednesday and Sunday. Come in, grab a seat, go right to our link that says P2G Networks, and you can actually make this happen. Let me put this up here for usage. Give me 1 second. You go right to our channel, get like, subscribe, so you can get the information. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. So I want you guys to really get the fact that this is not something we do fly by night. We've been at this for 8 years of taking care of people and sharing with people what's available to them so that they can acquire what they want. And what they want to acquire is the fact that they're ready. You want to be ready for what's out there for you. And there are real assets are what you're looking for, real world assets.
So what if, look, let's kind of start small, because we got folks that are like, damn, this is like, I feel like I'm late. It's too late. Y'all can let me know.
Not late.
No. Okay. So I want to deal with the ones that are, okay. You can say that, but people feeling that. See, I deal in a reality. So my business is to deal with people's reality. Your reality comes across a certain way, because most of y'all speak your reality right across your right out your mouth. I feel like I should have did this before. I should have known this. I feel like I wish I'd have did this 2 years earlier. Am I too late? No. First of all, I want to start. You have to get started somewhere. one of the things I do is I don't know if you guys saw it. I put it out there. I was on a show called Podcast Babes. I was being interviewed by one of my podcast babes. I'm part of a large organization, over 1,000 women who across the world have come together to teach and help each other get our message out. I'm one of the main babes. I've been around for a while. Y'all know we've been podcasting for a couple of decades now. Now, the fact of the matter is, in the program, we recently wrote a book. Okay, it's turning her pain into power. That book is a #1 seller, but I can tell you right now, my little one chapter in that anthology, I speak it to my heart because I teach it every day, and it has been the thing that has led others to finding their way. I give you like 3 basics, how to get started. That was the end of my interview. What would you tell people how to get started? What's the 3 things? And I told my sister this. My family can be a little judgmental. So let you know right now. They can be a little judgmental.
No, not them.
But the fact of the matter is everything I do is practical. I learned this from my mom and my grandmother. We got to stop trying to hype everything. Got to stop trying to look for the glittery stuff and start looking for the things that actually create foundation, not only within us, but actually add up the foundation in our world. We teach you to save, and people go, I don't got no money. Everyone feels that way. I don't have enough money. Saving starts at a penny. It starts at something. All value in the world has a smallest denomination. If you save, I always tell my students, you ain't worth 1 thin dime. You ain't worth a penny out of each dime, a dime out of every dollar. You can't do that for you. The government will do that just for them. They'll do it for you out of your money for them.
First thing.
You can't put something away for you on a consistent basis, because wealth is not about the money. It's not about how much you've amassed. It's about actually the habits that you keep, the skills that you build, and the strategies that you employ to have the type of life you choose. Y'all understand me? I keep trying to let y'all know this. The people are the power, but only if they choose. And governments are definitely ready for you not to choose. They say choose them. We say choose you. They say trust us. We say trust you. Y'all got me? Oh, by the way, the Podcast Babes is the organization. It's called the Podcast Babes Podcast. But we're on, and it's on Instagram, sweetie. I'm trying to get them to multicast like we do. It's so easy. I teach them. We all, and that's the beautiful part. In that particular entity, we all bring our skills to the table. We actually teach. I teach tutorial in that platform. I'm tech and money. Y'all know that. But then we got other people who come at other levels. And boy, they bring it. Because we all are professional women. And if you don't have a podcast, you got an idea, join the Podcast Babes. You want a reference? Contact me. I'll get you over to the Podcast Babes, because you too need your word and your voice out there. The book, like I said, turning her pain into her power, and turning her pain into power, is just the beginning. Because it's not a book about women. It's a book about what happens to people that starts the thing you now see and admire. Where it came from. Go ahead, babe.
I got to jump because see, when Ruby did this book that she was going to do it, I said, okay, go ahead, write your chapter. And I wasn't that crazy over, but I got the opportunity when they were telling everybody to get the book. I've read several chapters in this book. Yeah. Let me tell you, I don't care, man, female, X, or whatever you choose. There's a spot in that book that relates directly to you and what you're dealing with.
There are 22 authors.
22 of them. And let me tell you, I can relate to every single one of them, not because of their gender, but because of the message. Look past the gender and get the message of what's being said. The Podcast Babes,
stop being human, baby.
Power to, man, look, and some of the stuff is going to tear you up because it's real close to the heart. Mm-hmm. But get the message anyway. There was no shame in any of the stuff they said. They're telling you where the transformation came from. Not the change, but the transformation.
Yes, the book is on. And thank you so much. Ms. Deborah, I appreciate you. She's old school podcaster with me. And I love it because she's from a collective enlightenment. I'm really excited because this is what I want to bring back. I want to bring back the collective. I want more voices being heard and more point of view. I want the community to say, I'm here and this is what we teach. I want y'all here. I want y'all right here. Y'all saying what you do and how you're going to contribute, because that's what's changing. Like I said, the revolution will not be televised. You will know that it's there, but you will not have access unless you are inside the community. That's what we building in P2G. We are building the inner community, getting off of all of everybody else's stuff and bringing it to our own space, Guys, I'm trying to let you know, if you think you need land now. You don't need land one day. You need to know how to get that. We in that conversation. You need to learn how to save and protect your stuff from entities that will come for you. You need to learn how to manage taxes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, taxes. You got to learn tax law. I'm not saying avoid or evade. I am saying it's avoid, not evade. You can avoid the taxes if you use the tax law. Y'all got that?
Copy that.
But you don't know it. You're going to keep paying everybody's taxes.
They will gladly have you cover it.
It's not illegal or illicit. Y'all get what I'm coming from? When you know how the rules work, you don't have to look like, oh, they cheated. Are you serious? I just had to teach my students that you're not in college. You're in life. This is a life class. There's no cheating. You better scratch, bite, fight, do whatever you can to get the answer right so it can serve you. We were taught to do things the right way. Well, guess what? Life doesn't give you a grade. It gives you yourself. And that's what we're doing here. You want to learn how the crypto works so you can help build up them pennies? Because the platform's called Pennies to Gold. It start from small, build consistently, and you will see the shift. In a month, my students just did
Facts.
We just did a challenge. And they just saw financial growth because they did something every day for 30 days. Actually, I gave them a little extra time, so it was about 35 days. And I'm excited because now they know what the hell they're doing hands-on. Now they have results. Now they see, oh, that's how money grows. This is real. And all because we don't do things like everybody else does. Because in our community, we are a community. We have classes. And for those who have taken our classes, I know some of y'all like, I can't do that. I can't do 12 weeks. No problem. Do Sundays. We have a Sunday program, a Sunday membership. I ain't playing. I wasn't playing when I said we was going to do this. I did this. Some of y'all are from back in the day when we got started and we were just doing money math. Money math has exploded. Because there's so much more. And yes, we do math, y'all. You know, a lot of folks are like, I'm not into math. But too bad, then you broke. I know you broke.
Well, so if you're not into math, then that means you ain't paying no bills either.
No, you paying bills, but that's what you're doing. You getting money, giving it away. Getting money, giving it away. I get money, build interest, and I pay bills.
Babe, I'm gonna share something, and you know, a couple days ago, my wife and I had a conversation, and it was about going to the store, and she asked me a question. She said, "Do you know how much you give me?"
Yes. Oh God,
yeah. You know
yes.
how much you give me? I said no, because I just take it on, on the head that my wife says she's going to the store. She needs money here. And maybe 20 minutes later, I felt like someone took a brick and threw it at me and hit me dead in the forehead. How the hell are you going to give money away?
Yeah.
Saying that you're wealthy and you don't know where it is and you don't know how much it was.
Thank you. You're
not tracking it. I wasn't tracking it. And I went back 3 months. And every time I had money in my, because usually when I if I'm going out with my wife, I say, honey, just go to the bank, grab me a couple dollars so I can go do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just go in my wallet here,
You need something? You need something? I have, but don't get me wrong,
And
y'all.
she has her own money. My baby
I
has
have
her
my
own.
own money, but at the same time, I'm not gonna pay for everything. Y'all know
Right.
that, right? I just let
You
you
know
know
what?
right now, ladies.
I had to.
Don't get it twisted. He responsible,
Yeah.
and I may be the one running. I'm gonna make sure that you see. I know how much he's giving me. I'm aware of that. I also am aware of what I do with it. I'm not buying furs. We're not going shopping for rings and stuff. By the way, I told everybody if you can get me a gift, anybody birthday, that any type of holidays, whatever you want to celebrate, I'm real assets all
Yes,
day. I
indeed.
give real assets, so you give me real assets. That's how I do. If it doesn't have long-term value, I don't want flowers. Candy will just make me fat. I thank you, but I don't need that. My doctor said, you know what I'm saying?
You
I
were too
plan a
much,
long life
baby.
and a good living. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You want to buy me a plot of land? I will take it. Thank you. You know, I'm gonna do some good things with it.
But I just want you guys to realize something.
Gotta know what you're giving, baby.
You gotta know what you're taking out your pocket. Just because it folds in your pocket and it doesn't seem like a lot,
That
it
doesn't mean
adds up.
positive. Not
It
only
adds
that,
up. We go to partying. We go, we're gonna ball out. We sit there throwing dollars at the bar because we want to look good for somebody. At the end of the night, did you spend your rent money to look good?
did you
And can you
was that
track
on
it?
the budget? Was that on the budget for
Was
this?
it on the budget?
Not only that, how did it get there? At what point did it get there? Okay, so I have a friend of mine. I'm pretty sure my brother is on. If my brother's listening, because he's always listening in the morning. I thank you so much. Mwah. Love you, Chris. But the secret that I've been telling everybody, and anybody who wants it, I'll send it to you. The secret is going to always be, and it's not really a secret. Go to The Richest Man in Babylon. I got this from that
Yep.
book. I read that book. I use it like the Bible, along with some other great, amazing building, self-building, wealth building, long-term structure books that I use. But I will always give you the foundational book. The foundational book is always The Richest Man in Babylon, because it didn't dawn on me that I was still doing the same thing. I was paying everybody else before I paid myself. But not only that, I was paying everybody. When I did get to start saving, I saved in cash. So guess what? I said, wait a minute. This book talks about saving in gold. That's a whole different thing. What the heck
Different.
was I thinking?
Apples and oranges.
Apples and
Apples and
oranges.
oranges.
Because gold and silver and crypto are assets. They make you money. They are not the liability that the dollar is. Because even sitting in your bank account, in your pocket, in your wallet, in the ground, are deteriorating in value. You have to use more of them. If I have $1,000 inside of a cup or glass that I saved up about a year ago, I now have $700 worth.
Give or take.
Less. Why? Because the dollar value, everything, prices and stuff of everything went up. My 1,000 isn't worth that much. So now I've got to figure out how to get more in the cup when I could just get more from the cup to come to me. Oh my God, use the cup, change what's in it to an asset that brings you more value. Because money ain't nothing but a bunch of numbers. Anyway.
Ain't nothing but math.
That's right. It's nothing but a bunch of numbers on a screen. So no matter what you have in it, as long as you have the value going up and not coming down consistently. Are you going to lose value? Hell yeah. Are you going to figure out how to shift it back? Yes. Yes. Because I lost at least $10,000. I can only tell you the great part is that I've made it back in spades. I've made at least 3 times that.
And she wasn't playing cards.
By the way, that's just off the loss. That's not what I made from the lesson. I hope y'all understand that. The loss, I earned 3 times what I lost in the lesson, start the beginning of the learning of the lesson. Because then I flipped it and it tripled up. I had to learn to take it from here to here. And over here, there was some.
The lesson is more valuable than the asset because you can recreate it no matter where you are if you have the lesson down.
Yes.
You have to have the lesson down.
That is the part most platforms that we've come from. I've been a part of different education programs, trainings, you name it. We've been selling products, multi-level marketing, what do you call it? Also trading, several trading platforms, copy trade, cryptos and all the kinds of stuff. You know what I learned? I learned they were all missing one thing: financial literacy foundation. Why are you making this money? You got people coming and going, and you're losing people because they didn't come here with a purpose. Yes, I'm giving away the playbook to all those who would come in. You know what the difference between me and you is? I've got the patience of Job, and I'm on God's mission. That's the difference. So we will always succeed at what we do. P2G will not be going anywhere. It's just getting bigger, bigger, wider, wider, and we've got more people coming, more organizations, more platforms coming into our platform, and we got a new connective website that's opening.
Absolutely.
I'm busting butt. I'm busting my butt because I got to get my graduation over and my website out soon. But we still got class availability. You go to the current site, you're gonna be able to join a class.
We got graduation coming up too, so we got to talk about
invitation time. Let's go, Mr. Thomas. What you doing?
We got to put. Do we have the golden ticket up?
No, I'll get the golden ticket out.
Then we got to get the golden ticket. I want people to see the golden ticket. We have a graduation coming up this week on the April 4th.
April 4th.
We have students who actually were in this 12-week cohort where they took on the idea of, I want to be responsible for my finances and my life and level up.
Gotta stick and stay, y'all.
And that's the key. And if this is the come to Jesus moment where you have to look in the mirror and see what kind of person you are around your finances. And then we had an awesome challenge where we took people and we got it together with them, and they took on the money platform to get their stuff together. This is our invitation to the graduation. If you guys see this, you can go to P2G and get the link for it.
QR code there, use it. It takes you to the website. All you have to do, for those who would like, because the questionnaire is not up yet, I will be in touch with you. If you send me, use our bot. Please use the bot. Right now, the bot is our communication core, as our communication portal. Just go to the bot and let them know you're interested in the graduation.
Coming to the graduation.
Now, the graduation is in the metaverse. We have very, very limited invitations to the metaverse space. If you are amongst the first 10 people, you will get a ticket that reached me on the website. If not, don't worry, because we're going to be doing a webinar. This is not P2G's first webinar in this manner. We've done this, we've done classes and everything from the metaverse. We want to give you all the opportunity to experience this with us, because it's not rocket science. You don't need a VR headset. You can use your phone, your tablet, or your desktop. Yep. And you too will get a free avatar to be in the space.
Yep, and you will enjoy yourself immensely.
We'll do some instructions so you won't have to worry about being lost, and we will connect with you. Go to the website, leave your information, and leave your interest in the meta graduation for our students. This is the golden ticket event for our students, and I'm so proud of them. I've never been prouder of a proud mama to these group of people. 12 weeks. That ain't light, y'all. That ain't a little bit. That's not short. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I'll go or I won't. That's not how that went, how that goes down. When you're in this course, life doesn't just lay down for you. Y'all get that?
Oh, life does not lay down.
It does not lay down for you. And I think people don't understand that. It's a commitment to self, that if you make it through 12 weeks, and I'm going to share with you a little something, because my students amaze me. You know why they amaze me? Because I'm used to people's excuses. I'm used to people having good reasons. I'm used to dealing with people's good reasons as well. Because while you think it's a good reason, I still see possibility. I still see that there's something that we can do, that you can succeed at. Don't worry. I don't care if you have dyslexia. I don't care if you're short-sighted. I don't care what's going on. You don't know how to read. We're going to make this happen, because we work with everyone where you're at, if you are willing to work. I haven't had to drag anybody. They already know. I don't drag you. I will leave you, but I will not drag you. I'll let you know, come back to the next turnaround, but you won't get dragged. No one gets forced to do anything. You
can't drag someone through their own finances.
It's a choice, guys. Wealth is a choice you have to learn to make. You have to make the sacrifices. You want this instead of that. You are going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to come out of yourself. And some of y'all got to sacrifice ego. That's some of y'all are in this hard place because of your ego. You have to learn to ask for help. And then you have to learn to work the help. You know what I'm saying? I've been available to my students for 12 weeks up there. I've told them, I said, this is what I do. This is just what I do. I don't run out of energy because it's not just me. I do this. I facilitate groups of people who help each other. Y'all get where I'm coming from? I only got keep telling y'all, I only got about I'm 51, got about 105, 10 years left. I got about 50, 60 years left. It's 110 years, 113 years I've been working out here.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, I'm in my middle age and therefore I need to get busy. I'm feeling my best. I'm doing well because this ain't all about me. And then when you discover what you're up to is not all about you, you can have anything you want. And we're going to teach you how to do that from inside your own home, inside your own wallet, inside your own mind. Come out, enjoy. We have next Saturday is the event, but this Sunday we have an open forum. It's up on the link. If you accidentally click the wrong link, don't worry, click the other link. Some of y'all click the link that says, oh, pay this. It's because that's for the people who came to the free one. Y'all know what I'm saying? They know what's going down. They know what they want. Same thing for y'all. You know, if you come and find out what's going down, you know what you want. Simple as that. It's all that's there. I need you all to understand possibility is something you have to create. It's not going to be there for you. It doesn't show up. And we have a lot of work to do because there's a lot of things going on and changing that you need to grasp now. So yeah, we do AI. Yeah, we are building the metaverse. Yeah, we learn about technology and cyber safety. We also learn how to private bank on the blockchain. We learn how to shift these things into real world assets. But even more so, we learn about ourselves along the way. We learn the kind of people we become. We learn some of us don't like the fact that we learn that we're not the kind of people that we thought we were. And so we become determined to be what we could be. He's not trying to make you into me. I'm trying to show you how really, really amazing you are. All right. Unfortunately, I don't DM anyone any information. Everything they need is on the website. We no longer contact people through direct means. It's just too many, and that actually doesn't work for time. But I appreciate it. Doesn't even whether or not my relatives have to go to my website. Just grab the information off the website. It is very clearly there, and just bring it in, guys. I need you guys to realize something. This is first steps. You got to take them. No one's going to hold your hand to your success. That's just not how it works. I love you much.
Yep.
See you soon. And let's rock out. We're going to do this.
Hey.
Oh, yes. Let's get.
Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. See you. Wake up and rise, open your eyes. It's breakfast with the Thomases, the ultimate prize. Mental wellness.